Yes, good day, guys. Countries with high rate of road accidents in the world, like you see this car now just moving with only 3 legs instead of 4. Now, how did this car get to the road? Now, who allowed this car to be driving with just 3 tires instead of 4? So this is what we're talking about. Countries without enforcement. It is not just to have laws, but you also need to have agencies that can enforce this law as at when due. You understand? There are many advanced countries where this kind of car cannot even a car as old as this, even with 4 legs, cannot be allowed to enter the main road. But you see, in Nigeria, anything goes. So, and yet those countries are still having even accident. How much more a country without law and order and an enforcement of laws taking place. Now, countries with worst road accidents in the world are even, some of them are even advanced countries, advanced in the sense that they have the best road infrastructures in the world, but yet they are still having cases of accident. How much more a country like Nigeria, where you have some of the worst roads in the world, and then the cars they drive are fairly used cars and all that. So now we're looking at this, like in the United States in 2018, America had a total of 2 million road accidents. And out of that 2 million road accidents, about 37,000 people died of road accident. You can imagine, if 37 people are dying, and then we have 3 million injuries. 3 million people were injured out of 2 million road accidents. Then 37,000 died. So despite the standard infrastructures you have in the US, and the fact that majority of American population used very good cars, they don't have old cars like Nigeria, cars that have been used by maybe 4 to 5 persons, Then next one we look at Japan, number two. Number two is Japan. Japan had a total of 500,000 road accidents in 2018. 500,000. And out of that 500,000, about 44,700 deaths took place, of which 600,000 were injured. And Japan is a country where about 1,000 earthquakes happens per year. 1,000 earthquakes. And inside these 1,000 earthquakes, we have rescue team that will come immediately to attend to them. So a country like Japan can be understood because of the seismologic disadvantages they have, deficiencies here and there. Natural disasters happen anytime, any day because of their geographic terrain. Then we look at China. China too has some level of road accident. About 212,000 road accidents happen in China yearly. Then India has about over 150,000 death cases in 2018 of road accidents. Then we look at Nigeria being the number 10 on the list. Nigeria has about 24 deaths per 100,000 cases. I mean, according to the study, they said 24 Nigerians die out of 100,000 people of road accidents. So that's roughly, by calculation, 50,000 Nigerians die per annum from road accidents. 50,000. So when you look at this, and when you look at the causes of these road accidents in Nigeria, you see overspeeding. People speed, trying to overtake. They are in a rush to meet up. Maybe those running public transport, they want to quickly arrive and come back and park another passenger, Then poor road conditions. The state of Nigerian roads are so bad. In fact, there is virtually no road in Nigeria that is good. Road A to B, road C to D, road D to E, road E to F, no one you can virtually drive on without pothole. All Nigerian roads are bad, and some are in a terrible dilapidated state. Then we look at the other one, which is vehicle maintenance. Most Nigerians They are used vehicles, old vehicles. Then driver fatigue. Some drivers are tired because of long driving. When you are driving on bad roads, instead of 2 hours, you end up using 5 to 6 hours. Then we have overloading. All this one they call WB and stuff, overloading. Then distracted driving. You are driving, making call. Then drunk driving, lack of enforcement by agencies, the lack of bad weather conditions, and then inadequate driver license. How do you get your driver license in Nigeria? Once you pay money, you get anything. Even if a 90-year-old woman who is not eligible to drive, once you pay money, you can get driver's license. In Nigeria is for sale. And that is why even during the slave trade, dynasties didn't look back to sell human beings to get money. Nigerians are greedy. And the greed mainly begins with the leadership, both in the traditional and the dynasties, the political, even in families and what have you. We are greedy. We can sell anything for money. And this is one of the worst cultures Nigerians have. Then vehicle, road signs and what have you. Then corruption, lack of road signs. Those road signs, some of our roads don't even have signs. Some of the signs are old, some are falling, but we still continue to rugged it like that. So a lot is really happening. When the first thing is we must put infrastructures in place for us to reduce the level of road accident, and then reduce the rate of we also adopt transport system to transport bulky goods. Some bulky goods should go through the water and through the rail system to decongest the roads. So with those aspects, then we can reduce road accident. If countries like America is even having higher accident than Nigeria with bad and worse roads, then you can imagine such kind of cases. So we should not always link all problems to spiritual. Rather, we should look at how to solve the problem. Man has a role to play. Then the spiritual has their role to play. So you cannot fail to play your role and you blame spiritual for everything. This is one big problem we have in Nigeria. We link everything to spiritual realm, whereas the physical issues we have failed to solve them.